Yeah, we're back. Okay. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Another episode of the All Pro JAFFOs bringing you the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I am your host, JP.
Hey, yo.
And with me, as always, the 6'10 beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country Cat.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
And we've got a pretty decent show going on for you today. We've got XFL championship coming this Saturday. We've got the NBA playoffs going right now. The Knicks survived their 3-1 deficit against the Heat today, taking a win, making it 3-2. And the Lakers and the Warriors are just taking off right now. At 7:30, Coach Zoe, the great Alonzo Carter, going to be showing up, talking a little bit about San Jose State football and everything that's going to be going on with them this year. I'm excited to have him back onto the show. Um, but, okay, did you watch any of the Knicks Heat game?
No, I'm working right now.
Oh, you're still at work right now. Ah,
Yeah, I'm on call all night.
damn. Ooh, what the hell? Draymond Green's all of a sudden hitting three-pointers? When did this happen? When did this start happening? Um, sorry, people. Just locked into the NBA playoffs. I've actually been interested in so far this year. So, oh no, is he gonna go for another one? Oh, getting a little too cocky. Did you see the replay of Gary Payton Jr. throwing up in the middle of the game?
No. What happened?
So apparently he was getting back on defense, and then the next thing you know, and you had the camera like right on him, you see him like, but he held it in his mouth. He didn't let it, like he was telling the people on the side, go get a bucket or some shit. That he threw up in his mouth while he was playing. Um, but he didn't let it go on the floor. I was like, oh shit. If he would have puked on the floor, that would have been some very easy low hanging fruit content right there for everybody. And then now, so do you think Jordan Poole um will be traded? A lot of people are saying he's not worth the money that they gave him in the off season.
Well, I mean, I said that shit the whole time. People are just victims of the moment. If you go back a year, they weren't saying this. They were saying pay him, they need him to stay, all of this shit. Now that things aren't going right in the first year, now they're ready to trade him. I mean, can't really go with the flow in these situations. I mean, you can keep him, we'll see what happens, but personally, you should have traded him after that fight, to be all the way honest with you.
I was gonna say he hasn't been right since Draymond knocked him out.
I wouldn't say that. That's low hanging fruit too, because I feel like everybody's gonna say that, you know. But I don't necessarily say that. I just feel like I ain't gonna necessarily say he ain't been right, but for sure the flow ain't been right. There's been a lot of you know what I mean, unnecessary tension and shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's playing team ball no more. I feel like he just like fuck it. I got money now, then just play. I'm gonna just try to get mine, and if we win, cool. If we don't, cool.
Just became an individual. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, he ain't really just become an individual. I feel like he just became more individual based. It was more of a balance before. Now I feel like it's just all the way him.
Well, I mean, but do you start like calling that as a possible detriment to the team? Because they're counting on him to actually put up production. And this, I think this whole series with the Lakers right now, I think something like a total of 11 points or some shit like that. He hasn't made any type of production in this series, and they need everybody.
I mean, you can't just blame him. Klay Thompson ain't did shit.
Oh no, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not just blaming him. I'm
It's
just
a lot. It's a lot of people on that team that ain't did a goddamn thing. Steph
no,
took all
I
of them.
understand that. I'm just saying, like, just on the topic of Jordan Poole,
I mean, I feel
you
that.
know, like yeah, Klay Thompson ain't doing shit too, but nobody's talking about trading Klay Thompson.
I mean, they actually have been talking about that. I've been hearing a lot of trade Klay as well.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. Not just this year though. So it's been like for a couple years now. There's been a lot of people just like trade everybody and leave Steph. Start over with Steph.
Why trade Klay though? That's what
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. That's why I was trying to figure out like why.
I wouldn't trade Klay. I definitely would trade. I get rid of a lot of them. Honestly, I just say it like that.
Get rid of Poole. You think they'd trade Draymond, or they just keep Draymond forever too?
At this point, nobody gonna give them the value that they probably gonna want for Draymond.
Cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it.
I don't know about all that. Yeah, he comes off as an ass and stuff like that at times, but defensively, he's there. He's a guy that
I mean,
gets them fired up. That's just
he played for Tom Izzo. I mean, his basketball acumen is not questioned anymore, especially after what they've done. So I ain't really questioning that. It's just more the fact of where he at in life. The man ain't even averaging no more about 10 points a game. So
yeah, in the playoffs right now, it said 8.4, but
I mean the
I think
whole season, like the regular season.
the regular season. Yeah, I didn't even know what his.
He ain't averaging the shit. So I mean, at this point in the game, he's just the glue. So ain't nobody really gonna trade him. You at this point, you kind of need to just ride them out with all of them. Have Steph have his core base, unless he say otherwise. But for the most part, I would
When
definitely.
was the last time a team kept their big three from start to finish?
Yeah, I don't know.
From drafting them to when they retired. I can't remember the last time that's ever happened, to be honest with you.
I mean, I don't know.
Interesting. Well, that one might be an interesting look up because I don't think there's ever been a trio of players who came into the league, drafted on the same team, and retired on the same team, winning 4 championships and basically digging the Golden State Warriors franchise out of the desperate, like they were the Kings back, before Steph and everybody. They were just a bad team. Um, so it'll be pretty interesting to see where the Warriors end up going once Steph, Clay and Draymond end up calling it quits. Like, you think if they leave, Steve Kerr retires too?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, he's had a lot of health problems, even while he's coaching these guys. I mean, he ain't coached that long, but I don't know. We'll see. he probably end up being like Pop, keep coaching another 30 years. So you never know.
I mean, Steve Kerr's what? Late 50s? Late 50s, early 60s? Let's see. Steve Kerr's age. I feel like he's in like his late 50s. Oh, he's 57. Damn, yeah, he's still got time. Especially if Pop is at 74 right now. I mean, yeah, he's still got time to do it if he wants. That, at that point, he'd be trying to chase after Popovich's wins record. 57, 74. It's 14 years, right? Or am I off? My math is terrible. Even my basic math, that shit is bad. I ain't gotta look this up. It's gonna bother the fuck out of me. 17 years. There we go. Sorry. Had to look it up. Thank you, Maverick. Appreciate you. 17 more years to damn, that's. And then Maverick, can you do me a favor and look up how many wins Greg Popovich has and how many wins Steve Kerr has? Because if they're 17 years apart, I would imagine Steve Kerr's got a long ass way to go. No. Uh-oh. What?
Just me? That's all. I know what I'm doing.
I was like, wait, what happened?
Okay, so Greg Papa, Greg Papa, yeah, Greg Papa, the
Popovich.
commentator now, right?
Nope.
No.
Still coaching.
Oh, hold on.
Not Greg Papa. Greg Popovich.
Popovich. Yeah. Greg. I hope I got the Google search right. Okay, so according to Google, Greg Popovich has 1,364 wins.
Shit. 1,364.
But I don't know. Like, are we counting his as a player or as a coach?
As a coach.
Oh, okay, that's different. Yeah. As a coach.
Damn, over 1,300 wins as a player and a coach, like put together.
Steve Kerr has 429 wins as a coach. Let me go back to Popovich.
400.
Yeah, as a coach, Greg Popovich has 1,364 wins. So yeah, over 1,300.
Yeah, he's got like 900 to go.
He's
got a
only
long
seconded
way.
by Don Nelson with 1,335.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, Steve Kerr's got a long ass way to go. It's shit, 17 years. I mean, if Popovich retires this year, maybe he might have a shot at it if he stays in coaching for another 17 years. But like you said, he's been already going through some, certain health problems and everything, even at 57. So, I mean, he may not be 17 years, but what's
Just
that?
FYI, Popovich is currently the winningest coach in all of the NBA right now, still at 1,364.
Yeah, and it's going to be climbing as long as he's still coaching, until the time he retires, which I would think would be fairly soon.
I mean, ain't gonna climb that fast. The Spurs trash right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm thinking fairly soon. Popovich is going to probably retire because is he really up for trying to rebuild a team right now? He's been with Spurs organization winning with great Hall of Fame players for so long. Is he willing to basically wait it out? But like I said, he's 74. I mean, how much longer can Pop go? Like realistically, I mean, Popovich has been relatively healthy. So I mean, you think Greg Popovich would coach into his 80s? He'll get to 80 years old and then call it quits.
6 years, basically, what you're saying? Well, 5, basically. I don't, maybe.
5 years before retirement? It might be sooner than that, man. It might be sooner than that. Yeah, I don't know if he's willing to go through that rebuilding phase. You
I don't
think Pop would ever
know.
leave the Spurs to coach for a different organization?
They've been rebuilding the last 4 years. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, they've been rebuilding for a little while now. So, I mean, he been there already. He might well finish it.
I mean, they've got a long way to go before they're gonna be any good. But what I just started thinking, like, do you think Popovich would leave the Spurs to go somewhere else to coach a better team for that better shot at a title before he leaves to ride off in the sunset type of thing?
No, absolutely not. No,
Spur
no.
forever.
Like, why would he leave? He's not like, if he wanted to do that, he could have been dead.
That's probably true. Yeah, that's true. We'll see. I love Pop though. What he's meant to the game, and especially with Duncan and Robinson. So like Popovich is an absolute legend, and I think the only reason why he's not in the hall does the basketball Hall of Fame have a weight limit for eligibility? And weight limit, I mean, like, do they
Yeah,
have 4 years, 5 years?
I think it's either 3 to 5, somewhere up in there. I think it's the same as the NFL. I think NFL's 5. I'm pretty sure it's 5. But I mean, they had the special circumstance with Kobe because he died. So Kobe was, well, I think 3 years, 4 years after retirement. I don't remember what year he retired, but it was. I remember them saying it was a special circumstance for Kobe winning the Hall of Fame early because he passed.
Got it. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have him here. The man we love having with us every single time. Ladies and gentlemen, the running backs coach for the San Jose State Spartans, and one of our all-time best guests to ever have
Oh
on this
man.
show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the great Coach Zoe Alonzo Carter. What's up, Coach?
Up, huh? Oh wow. Yeah, I love it. Love the intro. Yeah,
Got to get you a little intro in there.
I love it. I love it. What's going on tonight?
Doing good, Coach. Just talking ball, talking NBA and everything else like that, and wanting to find out what's going on over there at San Jose State. We haven't been able to really get down there for certain situations, but I mean, as the season is going to be coming, we will definitely be more involved than we have so far this off season. But how have things been with you? It's been a little while since we last have you on, and how things going with the team?
Everything's good. I'm blessed. Had just finished up spring ball on last Saturday. We had a great turnout. Close to over 6,000 fans and alumni, students. It was great. We had the youth camp that day. We had a big old alumni social the night before. And then they had the beer fest where the field, remember you guys were there last year where it's on the
Yep.
ground
Yep.
level, on the field level, I should say. And just being able to feel the vibe from the excitement. It was a very busy weekend, great turnout. Nobody got injured, got out of there
Oh, it
healthy,
did.
clean football. A lot of young players got a chance to showcase their skills. So it was just a good day, all in all, and a great spring. We had a new strength coach that came over and did a phenomenal job implementing his program. So we had to push spring ball back a little bit, but he did a great job of making sure that those guys were ready and healthy. So it was just a great spring. I'm excited about next year, and the guys will get ready for finals, take the final exams, and get ready for the spring portion of graduation and our Sammys, which is like our San Jose State Grammys coming up next week. And then they'll start back up in June. They'll take a little break and start back up June 5th and get ready for the summer. And then fall camp. We got that big game, first week 1 versus USC. So that's the plan, and I'm pretty excited about everything.
Yes, I mean, so are we. Like the last, again, the few years that we've been, kind of covering the team. It's been awesome to kind of see the build up and everything that's been going on. What has been throughout spring camp and everything so far? What has been something that really has been like eye opening to you? Something that excites you going into this coming season?
Oh, just the maturity of our quarterback. Chev is in his second year versus last year. He was, coming from Hawaii, coming from a new system. He was a very dynamic football player, all conference quarterback for us. But just it's scary to think just how much he's improved and how much more comfortable he is in with the offense. And then the growth of our offensive line. People take for granted that we started 3 redshirt freshmen last year. And those guys are older now. Coach Josh Oglesby's done a phenomenal job teaching those guys. And there's a couple of, seniors in there. Anthony Pardue, our senior starting center. This should be a 3rd year. And Jaime Navarro, he's been with the program for this. He's a graduate transfer now. So he's been a 5-year starter as well. Plays guard and right tackle. So it's just to see all them guys click and mesh and grow and get the reps. We got about 8 or 9 guys that got a lot of quality reps during the spring. They also played last year. So no other school in the country started 3 redshirt freshmen. So to see those young men grow and their bodies get stronger with the great office, Coach Cullen, with his strength program and his strength staff, has really invested a lot of time into them. So watching them, and then the secondary, our secondary was lights out. Chase Williams and Trey Jenkins, they both 2 all-conference type safeties that are returning. And the corner room is fast, man. We got a lot of speed. Michael Dansby, 10-5 guy. We got Javion Cole, another 10-5 guy. Kenyon Reed, 10-5 guy. DJ Harvey, he's a 10-7 guy. So they got some young dudes that run. So it's just seeing all that mesh and that talent come together. And my favorite player, I'm a little biased. People would think I would say Kyrie, which he is in my room. My favorite non-running back player, Brian Parham at linebacker. Man, he's him and Jordan Pollard. Man, them dudes are lights out. 2 young guys that just run around sideline to sideline and they just hit.
And I was wondering about that because the defense with congratulations for Hoko Jr. getting drafted by the I mean, unfortunately it was the Cowboys. I mean, I would have much rather have him in San Francisco. I was actually kind of mad that we didn't pick him up in the 3rd and we got a kicker, but
slow down, or in Tampa. Orange and
yeah, he was.
all right.
Yeah, we were both very big advocates for having him on our teams. But
He's a
you know,
beast.
Mad Sticks got the joyous celebration with that one. And without Fehoko now, without Kyle, without Cade, you know, you had a lot of guys on that team and on that defense last year that are not going to be there anymore. So that was one of my things going with the secondary picking up. How do you fill,
Well,
you know,
it's tough.
positions after having players like that?
Well, no, you just named 2 All-Americans, 3 first team multiple all conference players, the leading tackler in the Mountain West the last 2 years. And we have the rare distinction no other school in the country can say they've had the 2020 as well as the 2022 Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year. And they with Cade Hall in 2020 and Junior Fehoko in 2022. And they both were coached by the same person, Joe Ciamalo. Coach Joe does a phenomenal job. There were some young guys in that room that will have to step up. Most importantly, guys like Trey Smith, Dejan Roney, those guys will be able to come back. Noah Lovulu, which played a lot of reps for us last year, those guys will come back. And then we got some new faces. I don't want to spill too much tea, but we got some new faces that will come in. And Coach Joe doesn't flinch. He does a phenomenal job coaching those guys. He believes in his teaching. Coach Odom, our defensive coordinator, does a great job of putting them guys in positions where they can win. And Coach Scott White, our linebackers coach, he is one of the best in the business. So losing a Kyle Harmon is a lot, but to see the young talent coming back is good. And then Jordan Cobbs, which was our other starting linebacker, he tore his ACL during the Auburn game. He redshirted, so he's coming back. So he'll have 2 more years to play. So there's enough talent in there. And then Coach Christoph, outside linebacker, even though we lost Alihi, we got Matthew Tago, which is one of our starters that ended up redshirting last year. So there's a lot of talent on the defense. It's just outside in, everybody's panicking, but we're not panicking. There's a good football team with those guys coming back, but you did lose a lot. I'm not going to sit up and say we didn't, but that's why you build your program. That's why your better programs, you're able to sustain some kind of consistency on both sides of the football. And then I think a lot of those guys got a lot of work also because Coach White's our special teams coordinator as well. So a lot of those players were sprinkled in that mix. So they got a lot of playing time being part of the kicking game. So they're not new to playing. They're just not those household names that some of you guys might not know. But by the time the season starts and we start playing, you will see it because the Mountain West is good. Everybody's good in the Mountain West. There's no bad teams in the Mountain West. And then if you add the teams we're playing in the preseason, USC and Oregon State the first 2 weeks, and then home game with Cal Poly, they're going to come from the Big Sky hungry. Then we travel to Toledo to the MAC, playing against them. So they're champions as well. So the first 4 games will be a test for us. And we have the players that are hungry. They want to prove that they're the next, whatever that is, the next Kyle Horn, the next Cade Hall, the next Junior Fehoko. They want to show their next Elijah Cook, at receiver, the next person up to show that their talent has improved. They have progressed within the program, and they'll be able to put that on full display. All the tight ends are coming back. We should be healthy with Sam Olsen, as well as Dominic Mazzotti. Those guys are back. Skylar Lovenblack, which took all of the reps this past spring. So you got 3 starters coming back at tight end. We lost a real good one with Elijah Cook at receiver, but that he was the only senior in that group. So you got a really good, talented group of guys coming back with Charles Ross, Lockhart, Malachi Miller, Nick Nash has moved over to receiver now. So Isaac Jernigan. I mean, it's a good group. It's a lot of speed.
That was what I was like. Yeah, they lost Elijah Cooks, but I was like, that wide receiver room is still
Still good.
it's still
Yeah.
legit.
Really
And the
good.
tight end room, and you know, I
Yeah,
mean, me being a
lost that.
former tight end, that makes me excited
Yeah.
hearing that the tight
And
end
then,
room is
like I
doing
said, I
well.
got Kyrie's back for third
Yep.
year starter at tailback for me. He's a 5th-year senior, and we've added Kweli Conley, all conference running back from Utah Tech in the portal. He came over, so we got some depth, and we should be able to improve, like I say, up front with the
Mm.
offensive line just getting a year stronger, a year older in the system, and then Chev being Chev, just be his natural self, and that progression in the offense is you're going to see a difference. But we are real tight as a football team. You'll see improvement in every space, including our special team space. You'll just see improvement because everyone is competitive. Everybody wants to prove that there isn't just this fall off. People just, that fall off the cliff. We've worked hard as a
Yeah.
staff to recruit the best players that fit our program and that fit our system. And we think we should be able to have a good chance to compete, be Mountain West champions. That's our goal. Climb the mountain, baby. We still climbing.
Climbing
We still
every
climbing.
year,
Yeah.
climbing it.
Yes.
And again, it's always been so much fun just watching you guys and how you guys have developed, not just the team but the culture around it. I've
Yes.
started to see, with especially like with the fan base and everything that we've been and we able to witness. There's a lot more buzz around this team. There's a lot more hype around this team. Like
Mhm.
and I think the culture has a lot to do with that because you guys have set a certain standard there that hasn't been there for a little while.
Mhm.
So it's really cool to see how much you guys have come or how far you guys have come. And
Yeah.
then with losing play, it's that next man up mentality. Everybody feels like they have something to prove. Everybody wants to be. They don't want to be the ones that
Yeah.
make it go back down. Everyone wants to keep it and stay hungry, keep it up there. So that's really cool to see. I'm really happy to see that. And are we going to see the black uniforms more often? I really want to know because those.
Yeah, they off the hook. Those
Oh
were
man, coach,
they
those
were
were.
we got, we're switching, over from Adidas to Under Armour. So we got some secret stuff coming out. So I can't
Oh,
give you all the sauce right now.
oh no.
Got to stay tuned. We got some Hank and the equipment staff is putting all these combinations together. We're gonna be different, and we move into our new building, our new facility. Will open in July, so it's going to be phenomenal. $75 million state of the art facility right there on campus. On the opposite side, it was that dirt you were seeing
Yep.
for a long time. Now that is a building and scheduled to open in July. We're excited about moving in there, and there's just a lot of good things going on at San Jose State football program. And I have to give credit to the, like you say, the culture, which is started by, of course, at the top with our head coach, Coach Brennan. But there's a lot of players that have been part of that championship run that were young and they're older now, like Jaime Navarro, Trey Jenkins. Those guys were there. Andrew Jenkins, his twin brother, Kyrie Robinson. Those guys was part of that. Anthony Pardue. They were all young guys, so they know what it is to win. They understand what it is to win. Dominic Mazzotti, Sam Olsen, they know what that tastes like and what that feels like to win a championship. So when you're young and now it's your turn,
Yeah.
even Nick Nash. Nick Nash was the quarterback, playing
Yeah.
quarterback, next playing receiver, as well as like a young kid like Malachi Miller. Malachi was a young redshirt freshman, and now he's a senior. So those guys understand what that is. Jordan Cobbs, they were with us when we went to the Arizona Bowl, and
Mm.
they understood what that felt like, not just to play and win, but to play in a bowl game and not have the success we wanted in those last two bowl games we've had. They're greedy. They
Mm.
not only want to play for Mountain West Championships, we want to not only make it to a bowl, we want to win a bowl. So they're part of that culture. They understands what it is to be at the top of the mountain and to maintain we're not sneaking up on nobody anymore. There was a time where expectation wasn't high at San Jose, so people wasn't expecting us to win. And when you go undefeated, I don't care if it was COVID year or not, we went undefeated.
Hmm.
And ran undefeated in one conference and beat Boise State in the Mountain West Championship game on the road. We had to play in Vegas.
Yeah.
Hawaii and Vegas, all the last fourth of the season. So we had a difficult task, but we stayed together. And some of those young guys that were young guys then, they're the seniors holding this team together, make sure that we understand the importance of how to take care of your body in the off season, how to train, how to stay together, how to get even deeper into the playbook, because the system hasn't changed. Coach McGivern is still our offensive coordinator, Coach Oldham, our defensive coordinator, and Coach Scott White's our special teams coordinator. So the system, the guys that have been in it now 3 to 4 years, they understand. So they're teaching those young guys so the talent can play. You don't want to just have guys that are talented, but they don't understand it. So they're not able to get on the field to give you something, even if it's just in the kicking game. We want our best players in the kicking game. We want the fastest kickoff team and punt team and return team. We want the fastest guys in the country. We want all of them on the field, running down there trying to cause havoc or running back a kick or blocking a punt. Whatever it is, we want that young talent on the field. So having the experience with the older guys, teach those younger guys what it's going to take to win a championship. They're right. So far, so good. Everybody's buying in. And like you say, the culture takes care of itself. The locker room takes care of itself. The leaders on that team are leading. It's just a great mixture of young athletic talent with some good senior leadership that's trying to go out on top. All the seniors on this team were a part of that championship run. You had a couple of guys that came in the portal, whether it be Lockhart or Chev, which we played against them. They were at Hawaii and in Nevada. So now they're seniors with us. So they want to go out as champions as well. So we're really excited about season, and it's going to be tough. Got one of the toughest schedules in the Mountain West. Got one of the tougher schedules in the country. So we know what we're up against, and we just going to put our hard hats on and go to work. That's what we do.
And it's a tough schedule, and it's also tough in the fact that nobody is overlooking you guys anymore. Like you said in the beginning, like there wasn't the highest expectations before. Now, oh no, we need to watch out for these guys, or else they're going to be on our head.
And we understand that as a staff. We understand that. We know we're going to get everybody's best, so we need to give our best. We're not going to be perfect. We get that, but we need to be able to week in, week out, prepare. And I understand we're going to get people's best. So as long as you're getting someone else's best, you better be able to return and give your best. So that's what having that balance of young, hungry talent and older, savvy, senior leadership that preaches culture and preaches family, that preaches togetherness, just staying together, that Spartan family, that Spartan nation, all that means something. We don't just say those words, just say those words. We are truly a family. We enjoy being around each other. We enjoy playing. Spring ball was just fantastic. Just the competitive vibe was fantastic. And then we got the summer bridge freshmen will come in, and then a few more JUCO guys will come in the summer. So we were excited about this team. It's going to be a good blend of returners and a good add of new talented players to a roster that we feel has a chance to compete for a Mountain West championship.
Do you guys have players on your team that are like two-sport athletes that go into track and baseball, other type of sports?
We have the track guys that could be that. We do, like I said, Javion Cole, Michael Dansby, They were both 10-5 sprinters in high school on the McClimate's relay team that made put third in state. We got Amari Conley that's coming in. He's a 10-5 sprinter right now at Central High School in Fresno. Keenan Higgins, that's one of our receivers that's coming in. He's top 3 in the state in the 200 meters. So we do have guys that have done more than one sport in high school and were recruited for track. So we kind of leave that door open, but the reality of it is they want to try to get through spring and try to get themselves better with the team. But shout out to the track team, Coach Charles Ryan, a former student of mine in McClimate's High School. He's our head track coach, and they're doing a phenomenal job. They're at the Mountain West Championships this weekend, so good luck to the Spartan Speed, Speed City as we used to call them. They back. They've broken a lot of records in the men's and women's events, as well as the field event and the hurdles. So we wishing them luck. Coach Ryan has done a great job, even without having those football players that were good sprinters in high school, but he got some role. They flying on that track. Our track team is really good, and he's done a great job in the indoor season. They were in the top in the Mountain West. Right now, this weekend is the Mountain West Championship. So good luck to them, and big shout out to him and his track staff for the job they've done. But we don't tell players that they can't. We kind of leave that up to them as far as balancing that schedule out. So you maybe see more of that next year because these guys are so young. And like I said, with the spring getting pushed back and having our new strength coach, we want to give Coach Cullen the opportunity to implement his program. He came over from Stanford, and he's done a phenomenal job so far. The kids are all bought in, and him and his strength staff has changed. When you see some of the guys, you're going to be like, wow, look at his body. He looks great. We was looking at like Malik Williams, a big tackle, and Big Maris, our starting right guard. We looking at them dude like, man, he looks good. Where do you see Nick Nash? Looks totally different. Malachi, Malachi was 203 last year. He's 212. It just looks great. Just seeing these dudes' bodies just change. It's great seeing them change and having a healthy core of players going through the strength stuff that he's put them through. It's going to pay big dividends for us, not only in the beginning of the season, but at the end of the season, being able to maintain and keep that depth healthy and making sure that those guys' bodies are strong and ready to go and fast. A lot of speed. We have a lot of team speed, and we want to put that on display. We want to make sure people see it. We got a couple of little see it once you come on the fall. You gotta come to fall camp, man. You gotta come.
Oh yeah, no,
exclusive.
like I said, the spring it was tough for us. I mean, in between, jobs and everything else like that have been kind of. So now things have gotten to the point where everything's settled. We can now look into what it is that we want to do, how we want to execute, and how we want to do it. So we are all in, ready to get going.
We're be excited. Be good to see you. It's going to be
absolutely. And one thing I wanted to ask is, it something that, I know you said you leave it up to the players and stuff if that's something that they want to do to get into track or to get into some of the sports. Is it something that you guys encourage, or is it just kind of like, if you want to do it, you want to do it?
Well, we give them that option. Coach Brennan is well aware that we have recruited purposely 2, sometimes 3 sport athletes that come to our program. But you gotta understand, high school and college is totally different, because if I'm a baseball player and I play football and baseball in high school, when I get to college, they have fall ball for baseball. So it's not like I can go do fall ball and play football at the same time. So that one's tougher. Track is the one, okay, say you do real good and they have an indoor season. Well, knock on wood, if we're doing well in the season, we should be in a bowl game. So that cuts into a little bit of the ending. And by the time, even if you do run indoor, you fresh out of zero training coming off a long football season to try to run indoor. And then once you finish indoor, you got winter weight training to get ready for spring ball, which walks you right into a full-blown March track schedule, running at the Stanford Invitational, the Mount Sac Invitational. I mean, you running some real track meets, running against grown men. There is no age group. There's no varsity and frost off in like high school. You running against grown men. You be an 18, 19-year-old running against a potential person that can go to the Olympics. That's training, that's taking the stuff serious. So not saying that you don't have the talent as a 10-5, 10-6 guy in high school.
Mhm.
But if you haven't trained, and I'm a 10-5, 10-6 guy that don't play football, and I'm getting my 6-7 months of training plus indoor, that's where the give and take goes. So we don't tell them not to do it. It's their choice.
Mhm.
I think in the future, just how we recruited, but especially with the skill players, I think you will see in the future more of those guys probably trying to get in the track space. But like I told you, I'm gonna say it again. Me and Coach Ryan talks about it. He's done such a great job in recruiting with the track athletes that do not play football. It's not like we can just show up and take somebody's spot. He's done a great
Right.
job. Him and his staff has done a great job. So if any of those young men next year are running track, we wouldn't be against it. We wouldn't be opposed to it. So they know what it is when they come. They're there on a football scholarship. So however that balances out between school and training and all that, if they want to go for it, then we encourage it. But we also make sure that they can't miss out some of the stuff that they need to miss out to
And
improve themselves.
And that was one thing that I had always wondered, because I mean, you got guys who 3 sport athletes, some 4 sport athletes. I don't know how that happens at times, but sometimes that goes on. But
Mhm.
throughout high school, but then once they get to college, they have almost a necessity that they have to be focused on one sport.
Yeah,
So it's kind of one of those things that I've always wondered, what is it, because of the fact that each sport is essentially year round,
it's
that it
hard.
makes it difficult to do that?
It's hard. The Deion Sanders, the Bo Jacksons, those guys, they're exceptional. Those are world class athletes, and that's in my era. I remember watching Herschel Walker and your Ronaldo Nehemiah. He did it in the pros, but in college he was just track only. But Willie Gault, all them guys were world class. They was running 9 something in the 100. So you don't take that for granted, where you can just pop up without zero training and run college track after just lifting weights and training for football. That's something that you have to really be about. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but it is a tough task. And the players understand that, the coaches understand that. We don't tell them what they can't do. If that's something they want to do in the future, we kind of can work that out. But I think with the way we have recruited, you probably will see more of that moving forward, because our team speed has went up totally. We was Coach Viney always he says he got the best relay team on the field now, because he got 3 or 4 of the guys in his room are all 10-5, 10-6 guys. Kenyon Reed, Michael Dansby, Javion Cole, and then Amari Conley that's coming in. All those guys have all ran 10-5, 10-6 or better. So it's a really good problem to have. You recruit that kind of speed on your football team, you figure you can do something. And I got Jabari Bates in my room. He was a 10-600 guy out of high school, out of St. John Bosco. So when you recruit that type of speed and you get a chance to put it on display on the football field, it shows up. You can't hide. Speed kills. So we are purposely trying to recruit guys that only fit our program, but that can bring some athleticism and make us good. Like I say, not just on offense or defense, but exceptional in the kicking game. Our special team space is something that we really consciously want to improve on, getting the best athletes on the football field that's hungry, that want to go down there and make a play.
Yeah, it's just again everything that you guys have done there, the growth and the evolution of the culture and the team and it's just been so much fun to watch, and and I think that's one of the things that makes a great program. Not just providing a culture, but solidifying it. And it's not just, okay, this group of guys that was here for 3 years, they know it. Now they left. Now we got to start a whole new culture. It's a solidified culture that everybody that's coming in is all the same thing.
Yeah.
It's all, and that's where I really see when you have successful programs, those are the programs that have those solidified cultures. And what you guys have done at San Jose State has solidified a culture, which makes me so happy knowing that, okay, I'm going to go to a San Jose State game now and we're going to be happy at what we're seeing.
Yes.
It's beautiful to see what you guys it's been really awesome. And I can't thank you enough, seriously, for all the times that you've been able to give us your time to be able to talk and give us your takes on how things are going. And we're definitely going to be there in the fall. I don't want to say the project and stuff like that we're working on too loud, but we've already kind of given you a little bit of a heads up on what we're trying to do.
Well,
uh
hey, come on.
so, so we definitely want, especially this season, we want to be focusing on that. And again, the growth that has become San Jose State, because more people are starting to listen, more people are starting to watch, and people are getting impressed. It's more than just us, it's more than just the locals and stuff too. It's starting to get a little bit of that national buzz that we know that this team and this culture can actually provide. So
Appreciate you guys' support. Been some day one guys that have always been around, and especially ever since the COVID year,
yeah,
covering us and giving us a lot of positive publicity that has been welcome. You guys have always bring great energy around the program, and always a great buzz. You've always been great to me. So I don't mind coming on and talking and giving my time. It's something that is valuable to me to share
yeah,
what we're doing here at San Jose State.
yeah,
Like you say, having national recognition, that's important to us. And just the whole culture of the program is something that we believe in. It's not just a word we throw around.
right.
We're a big, big, big emphasis on family. We feel we are our family, and then with every family, you're gonna have ups and downs. But the main thing is you stay together.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this team is about. Kind of the expectation is somewhere in the middle, and we just gonna put our hard hats on, get our Spartan shield, and go to work. We're
Yes,
gonna do what we do.
yes, sir. Coach, again, we appreciate you for coming on with us. We will be seeing you again very soon out there, out on the field, because again, it's fun to watch. We can't wait for this season. Appreciate your time, and we'll be talking to you again real soon.
It's all good, brother. Spartan up.
Spartan up. Ladies and gentlemen of the Jaffo Army, the great coach, though, Alonzo Carter. We'll talk to you again soon, Coach.
It's all good, brother.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to kind of have you understand something with for those of you who have just been kind of um slowly filing in to what we do here on the All Pro Jaffos. Coach Zoe has been a major, I would say, influence for us here on the show. He was one of our very first guests. The first time we had him on, okay, if I'm not mistaken, he was on for almost 2 hours. The first time that he was on,
Yeah.
talking, yeah, talking about his stories of not just with San Jose State, but everything that he's done in his life and his career. So if you guys want to hear more, about Coach Zoe and stuff like that, go back to the beginning, look up Coach Zoe's first episode, and then go from there, and you'll just kind of learn and see the growth and the relationship that we've had with him. Like I said, it's been absolutely awesome to be able to talk to him and have that relationship with him. And I appreciate, his words. We do try to bring a different type of vibe. And that is something that we've said that differentiates us from other media. The fact that we're not necessarily trying to poke and prod. We want to actually get to know the athletes. We want to get to know the coaches, the situations and stuff like that, because everybody can talk a big game, but actually executing and doing something in order to get it done, that takes a whole lot of work. And to be able to get those coaches and players mindsets, it helps people get a better understanding on what it takes to be a collegiate athlete, a professional athlete. um it's a lot of work. It's crazy shit, and there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we've had the awesome, blessed opportunity to be able to see what goes on, behind the scenes of certain events. And it, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people have their reactions and stuff like that based on stuff they don't know. And when we get to talk to people like Coach Zoe and Marshall Falk back in the day, and with Corey and with Hans and with all these people who have all of this wealth of knowledge, for guys like us who are fans of just sports in general, I mean, I couldn't have asked for, like, a better time to be doing the podcast and stuff, because we've had really cool opportunities to meet a lot of really cool people. And there are a lot of things coming up still that, it's some of it's going to blow y'all's mind, because I know it's going to blow ours. It's we've got so many things
Phrasing,
that,
phrasing,
yeah,
phrasing.
I was gonna say, go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's at
Phrasing.
there we go. I was gonna say it's at the very bottom. but, but again, appreciate Coach Zoe. We're excited on San Jose State season this year. Check them out. Everybody go follow them on all the social medias that you can, whether it be Twitter, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Go follow that team. They are exciting to watch, and I would not be surprised if they're even better and even more exciting to watch this year. And that's, crazy to say, because again, they had dogs on their team, last year. Feoko, Hall, Harmon on the defense, Elijah Cooks, who is, shout out to him, giving us the inspiration for the top shelving t-shirts that are coming soon. There's a lot about this team that's exciting.
I mean, I, I mean, yeah, he a part of the
Part of it.
club and club, but I gotta keep it real with you, bro. Your real inspiration was Mike Evans. I'm sorry. I don't
That
want to
makes sense.
stop you on your flow.
Well, I was gonna say, I didn't really start hearing it come from you and everything. I'm sure your inspiration, yeah, you got that from Mike Evans.
Oh
But
no,
I didn't start hearing you talk about it until we started seeing Cooks going there. And
oh no, I first said it when we was talking about the Bucks versus the Cowboys when Mike Evans had that one hander. That was right before we went to the games at State.
Got it. Yeah, I actually remember that. Oh, fucking A. Well,
Yeah, I didn't want to stop your flow though, bro.
I mean, stop it when it's going nowhere, man. Shit.
Yeah, I know you were ramped up too. I mean, this is one of these moments where it's like this would be great for animation. Just saying.
Yeah.
Hey,
Let's see
shout
if we
out
can.
to Mike Evans and my boy Big Bake. Don't give a fuck. Big Bake, motherfucker.
No. 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 No.
Make you rest in shit.
Goddamn. Couple things. XFL having their championship this weekend. And Kay, I have a question to ask you. When was the last time that you ever saw a team with a losing record competing for the championship?
Well, my team last season.
Okay.
We were
When I say competing for
no,
the championship,
we
I
were,
mean like in the championship.
all right, so never mind. I take it back because never mind. We're a game out, but yeah, it's been a long time, dog.
Renegades are 4-6, and they made it to the championship.
I promise you, I really wish the Bucks could have made it to. I really wish you could have made it.
Well, I mean, this conversation wouldn't be happening if that would have happened that
I mean, it
recently.
would have happened. It would have just happened, about 5 or 6 months ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. To get back on point, yeah, no. This is pretty exciting, though. This is pretty exciting. I want to see how they play against Ta'amu, because last game he actually threw the ball a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot, but a lot more than I seen him throw.
You know what's wild though? Even though like the Defenders are 9-1 and the Renegades are 4-6, they only got DC winning by a touchdown by 6 points. That's still relatively close in my eyes.
I mean, yeah, it is, because I mean it's one score obviously, but yeah, Ta'amu runs a lot, bro. Like he really runs a lot, and that eats clock. You know what I mean? So that game could finish 6-0, like type of shit. You know what I mean? Like he runs the ball quite a bit, but I mean they get points, they score, he throws the ball, just not much.
I mean, he got Offensive Player of the Year, so
yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, bro, when I told you that one game, I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna stop him running the ball. That's exactly what happened. I'm so serious. That's exactly what he does. If you watch the Defenders, he'll set up, but he pulls that motherfucker quick. Then they got set up runs for him. They got all kind of shit. Like they run the ball a lot, quite a bit. It's almost as often as my team just ran this past weekend. We won 6-0. Oh, yeah, throw my team in there.
but it's like I look at it because the Roughnecks were also a really good running team, and the Renegades essentially shut them out. 26-11.
Yeah,
I mean, not obviously the goose egg, but like
they're not running like Ta'amu runs. You know what I mean? He runs a little
true.
different. He runs a little different, bro. So we gotta put him in his own little category and just do it like that.
What the fuck?
That was very random, sir.
Sorry, no, I just first half leaders in scoring for the Golden State Warriors are Wiggins, Draymond, and I didn't see the third person, but Wiggins had 16 and Draymond had 14.
Steph said, y'all fucking carry us to this shit. I'm tired. Fuck.
He said, I'm sick of this shit. Y'all figure it out.
I'm here so I won't get fined.
Right?
Fucking exactly. That was
Real shit.
I feel like Steph was like, if I didn't come to this game, motherfuckers would have been like, oh, he quit and all this shit. Like, nah, I gotta come play, come shoot as many threes as I normally shoot. Look like I'm really trying, but I ain't really giving a fuck. I'm over this shit. He's like, these not the motherfuckers. They ain't hungry enough to fucking win this shit.
How many years do you think Steph has left? He's 33. Keep that in mind. He's 33. So and think about it, because he is a shooter.
Right. But he just hit his Super Saiyan mode. Like he just hit it this season.
So he just hit the peak of his prime.
I ain't gonna say peak of his prime. Like, nah, I feel like this is like when LeBron went to Miami. When LeBron first year in Miami, he was going fucking crazy, and then they ended up losing, right? Like Steph done won last year. Steph was killing last year, right? But he wasn't like killing like he was this year. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know about that, man. He won Finals MVP.
He won Finals MVP, yeah. But they like if you look at the rest of the team, who the fuck you gonna get that shit to? Unless Clay
Okay.
really like went off and you be like, oh shit, Clay. Like they ain't getting
Clay did have a decent game 6 Clay moment last year.
but that's one game out of 7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Steph just based off a ratio, like you know what I mean? Most consistent at that point. But like I said, this season, like the Kings fucking series showed what Steph was on this season. You know what I mean? Like that, like he pretty much drugged them past y'all.
So do you think the Warriors might have done what you said the Bucks did after certain, like they blew their wad too early? Or they blew their wad with the Kings, now they're struggling with the Lakers?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I said that shit when I made my predictions. I'm almost certain I was like, I might have said this to you off camera then, but this is pretty much how I saw the playoffs going for, just saying the Warriors or like just the West. Or even I ain't really do the East, I just did the West. So pretty much all of the teams that fell off. But then you got the Suns. I still think the Suns can get past Denver. I still think that. We'll see next game. If they don't, cool. But I think the Lakers gonna go past until they go into the finals. The Lakers going to the finals. So pretty much they're gonna beat the Warriors. I said that. And then they're gonna beat Denver or the Suns. They're gonna beat whoever come out of that game. And they're gonna go to the finals. And I was saying, as far as Miami, I said Miami in 6. When I predicted, I said Miami in 6 anyway. So, and I want Philly to win. So Philly's up right now. Philly wins. Miami play Philly. Miami gonna beat Philly.
Miami and LA in a bubble rematch.
Then I need that. I need that rematch. So I don't care about what people saying about it's entertaining or not entertaining. I don't give a shit about none of that. This is my fandom, and this is me looking at how it's going and based off how people playing. Like I pretty much internally predicted that Jimmy Butler was gonna get tired this game just based on how the rest of this shit was going. They was pretty much playing exactly how I thought they was gonna play this game. It was competitive, but I knew who was gonna lose.
Didn't Jimmy Butler, he played the whole game again?
I'm pretty sure he played most of the game. He played a good portion. I mean, I didn't get the chance to, like I said, I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was, working and shit. But so,
Jimmy Butler, man, that dude is something else. That dude is something else. Like a part of me feels like he's not talked about enough. He's not talked about as one of the top 5, top 10 players in the league enough. Like, I really do think Jimmy Butler is as good as he is, as much of a superstar as he is, and that we know he is. I don't really think the media gives him enough love, to be honest with you.
I think that's fine. I mean, Jimmy ain't out here. He ain't out here doing shit like how Giannis or how the other superstars do it. Like everybody know that he the leader of our team. You know what I mean? We go as he goes. Everybody is well aware of that. It's just the thing is we're incomplete. Like we got a bunch of scrappy guys. You know what I'm saying? We're just an incomplete team and we scrap for the most of the shit. It's almost like Jimmy's the leader of the fucking goddamn scrapyard motherfucking kids. You know what I mean? He's like King Scrap or some shit. Because just based off of the way he plays, he's pretty scrappy his dad damn self. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong.
Yeah, it's just we don't have a complete team. So
what do y'all need?
I mean, we need quite a few things to be very honest.
Well, I think as far as we know that you've said, I think rebounding was top of your list, was it not?
Yeah, for sure. We need another guy because Bam's 6'8" and he's playing the center. You know what I'm saying? He just based off of how he plays and shit. But I feel like he can actually develop if we had another center. Like if he had a backup guy that was younger than him that was like developing and like trying to figure it out and hasn't came into his own yet, then I feel like Bam could be able to develop and flourish. But I feel like just based off of the role he's been in, I feel like he could have developed a couple of years ago. Like after that finals run, if we would have got another like an actual big, I think would have been straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then Bam could have developed. Then we could have had something. You know what I mean? He could have turned into like a Julius Randle, but Bam has way more defense and way more grit. You know what I mean? So
then who do you think the Heat should be targeting in the offseason? Whether it be trade or free agent, like who
right now, I don't think we need to trade nothing. I just think we keep it homegrown. Honestly, like we got a couple guys.
draft well?
Yeah, like draft somebody. I mean, if they trade, I mean, if they not really trade, but if they pick somebody up in free agency, then cool. But like,
Well, I what I was gonna say was like reality. Let's put it with you as a fan. Who would you like to see in a Heat jersey?
I mean, we need
Like who in the NBA again? Whether you get them via trade, free agency, however it is that you get them, who do you think like if we got this guy, we're winning the fucking finals?
fuck, I don't know. Right now, I haven't. Honestly, I've been just seriously just think about this year, concerned about this season. Like we're still in it, so I haven't even been able to think like fuck, like who could we add? You know what I mean? Type shit. Like I'm like we all we got right now. Like where I'm at, like, we all we got, so we got to keep it moving. So but shit.
Would you want somebody like? I mean, I feel like this is a rhetorical question because I feel like the answer is yes, but somebody like a Kevon Looney
No,
that their sole purpose is to be at the bottom, like play defense and rebound.
no, we just got rid of Dwayne Dedman, so no, I don't want another of that. So nah, hell no. We need somebody that's dual threat. If we do anything in the offseason, we got to get a veteran point guard and a rookie big.
CP3?
Fuck no. I don't want we got Kyle Lowry on the bench. I don't even want that fucker, but he been coming handy. So
Real shit. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, no. Right now, I like I said, a vet point guard and a rookie big is pretty much how I'm seeing it. Because you get a vet point guard. Honestly, we got Gabe Vincent, and Gabe Vincent been pretty good for us. He been doing pretty well. So if he can keep developing, I feel like he'll be straight at point. We real deal need a big because we also got Nicola on. We just got him from overseas. He on the team and he's on the bench now because of playoffs and shit. But
so then, okay, a rookie big and a veteran point. How would you feel about Russ?
See, that's the thing. Russ has shown that he can play well, and I feel like he's more comfortable with the Clippers right now because they accepted him. So I feel like he probably should just stay home. Not trying to say I don't want him, but I feel like right now, just based on his comfort and his ability to show that he's able to make better passes and not turn over the ball as much. He still turns the ball over, but not as much. He has his moments, but he's not doing it as much. So, yeah, no, I don't think he will fit in Miami culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that much of a vet. Like, I don't know right now.
To be honest, I kind of thought about it going like, I wonder how Russell Westbrook and Jimmy Butler would mesh, or if they even would mesh at all.
I wanted Russ some years ago, but I don't know.
You don't know about now?
No, I'm saying he's older. He's older now, and it's like yeah, you still athletic and all of that, but it's like we're a heavy defensive team, and you're not that much of a defensive guy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
Okay, so
so if it would be anybody, it'd be young Chris Paul. Like if we get Chris Paul when he was leaving the damn Clippers right now, or like before the Clippers right now, when he was trying to go to the Lakers, we get him right now when he was at that age. Hell yeah, like you know what I mean? That stigma of him not really making it wasn't on him yet. He just only had the New Orleans shit. So yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, yeah. I would take him. We won't. That's I ain't gonna say we, but that's the type of guy I would want. But like I said, Gabe Vincent right now, he's been playing pretty well. So we'll just see what happens with him. We just really need to focus on a big, like a real solid big that get a lot of boards so Bam could develop. You know what I'm saying? We could have him develop because he really could be something. Because the man be out there. He could take somebody off the dribble for sure. Like he takes people off the dribble all the time. So that's what I'm saying. Like he can really develop. Try to develop him, whatever.
I mean, fuck. So, from what I'm hearing correctly, so your team is the Heat are basically you're looking for a rebounder and more offense. You're good with how the defensive side of the ball is at.
Well, I mean, our culture is defense, so it's like we preach team ball and defense. You know what I mean? So I'm not necessarily worried about that, but I'm also not just looking for a guy that's all offense. You know what I'm saying? Like a Kyrie or a Russell, unless they're coming in to play defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that Russell doesn't play defense because he blocks shots and does things. He steals the ball, but we just need somebody that's more balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not looking for a one teeter side guy. Like, I'm not saying Russ can't come in and do his thing because he could. He could definitely come in and fit and figure it out because he's done it before. So, I mean, he's just shown he done it. So, I'm not going to say again, make it seem like it didn't happen because injuries kind of hurt him. He lost Paul George and Kawhi. So, yeah.
So I was just kind of looking at it going like, well, you guys definitely need a two-way player. What about somebody like an Andrew Wiggins?
Nah, because he'll start at the 3. We already got Jimmy. We don't need that.
You couldn't.
I mean, y'all can use that in Sacramento.
That's for damn sure. I think he'd be able to fit. Maybe you could move. You can't move Jimmy to the 2, huh?
Nah, just leave him.
Or move Wiggins to the 4.
Nah, you still got Tyler Hero. You got other players. No, Wiggins at the 4 is not smart, especially if we getting boards. I mean, we getting somebody to get boards. We got Bam. Bam gonna move to the 4.
Got it. Who? I'm trying to think of a. I'm trying to think of a point guard that would fit. Rajon Rondo's not good anymore, right?
Man, that man 42.
There goes that idea. What about a Gary Payton Jr.?
He too defense. He ain't got no offense like that.
All you know is you just don't want Kyle Lowry on your team.
I mean, Kyle Lowry, and I mean I mean, it's hard to
What about Trey Young?
Trey just all offense. Again, we still need somebody defensively, and Atlanta's his team. Like they ain't gonna.
Atlanta might be moving on from him. That's why I asked.
I got that, but we don't need all that on our team. If Trey gonna go anyway, he got to go somewhere else. I mean,
Trying to think of who would be a good. What about Dame?
I mean, Dame will be a perfect fit for us, but I'm pretty sure he wants to stay in Portland. I mean, if Portland just trades him or whatever and trade him to us, then I wouldn't be mad at it. I'd be ecstatic. But I mean, I feel like we would have to trade a lot of shit to get him, and then that would hurt our cap space a lot to get somebody else. I mean, I feel like he would, you know what I mean, move his money or whatever, but I don't think Portland to get rid of that. It might be time though, but I don't think they would.
So he would be that veteran point.
Yeah,
that you're looking for.
Yeah, no, for sure. Dame would be perfect for sure. But like I said, we still got Nikola. I don't know how to say his last name. It's close to Jokic, but it's Jokic, or something like that. He had a 4-man, so he like a KD type. So I mean, they still trying to keep Bam at that 5 and let him keep flourishing there. I mean, he ain't like he getting taller. So
what about Maxey from Philly?
He'll be a great 2 for sure. I mean, that's just only if Tyler Herro want to stay at that 6-man like a Jamal Crawford type of situation, but I don't think he does.
So there's a few out there that I think. That's what I was saying. Like I wouldn't trust CP3 whatsoever.
I don't say that. I mean, he's just, injuries happen. He just got unlucky to get a lot more than most.
Damn, Wiggins just put that dunked all over friggin' AD.
Yeah. I just got an order right now. I head up.
And I don't think Cleveland would get rid of him, but what about Davion Mitchell? Not Davion Mitchell. Is it Davion Mitchell?
No, it's Donovan. But
Donovan Mitchell. Davion Mitchell's on the Kings. Donovan Mitchell.
No, they're not gonna get rid of him at all.
But would he be another one of those?
No.
No?
No, it's just his style of play. He wouldn't fit. But
what about LaMelo?
LaMelo Ball? No. Like he'll work, but I don't think so. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if that'll fit. But no, I just got another order, dude. I gotta get off.
Oh shit. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate the hell out of every single one of you guys for hanging out with us this evening. We will see you guys again on Friday, talking more A7FL and everything else like that. For myself, JP, for the 610 Beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K. We will see you guys next time. Deuces. Oh.